Stephen Colbert compares the cease of his overdue night show to a man with a knife or maybe an ice cream cone, and I am getting how he is feeling. The 2026 TV schedule will characterize the stop of an era for late-night programming because The Late Show with Stephen Colbert will wrap up its run on CBS in May additionally after more than a decade. Many have their feelings approximately the series being canceled and the introduced and speculated upon reasons for it. Colbert himself has remained laser-targeted on trying to land the plane, so to speak. However, he also lately likened his display's inevitable loss of life to a man drawing close him with a knife or an ice cream cone, and I get it. Thinking about the instances, I'd say it's natural to wonder how Colbert is feeling about the conclusion of his display, which he also confirmed on air this beyond July. The Emmy winner has been fielding questions about his emotions on the cancellation and what he might do next. Colbert lately spoke with GQ for a lengthy verbal exchange at some point during which he became very introspective. When asked if his ultimate months on air experienced like an extended or short time frame, Colbert shared the subsequent idea. The stop has a discernible form, but it still looks as if it's a long manner away. In other words, the former Colbert Report host is conscious that the end is perceivable in a very precise way. However, the end of Colbert's overdue nighttime run is still a little methods off for him and his crew. Nonetheless, in terms of what the end seems like, Colbert described it with an image that, upon first hearing about it, sounds very ordinary. The image I have is someone walking towards me in the nightfall, and he's got something in his hand, and I don't know whether it's a knife or an ice cream cone, but he's asking me if I'd like a lick. As surreal as this all sounds, it's actually comprehensible if you ask me. Not to get too philosophical here, but sometimes there's a level of uncertainty that lies at the end of a journey. I had that very feeling when I graduated from university, as I knew I'd be presented a degree, but had no idea whether I'd swiftly find my way into the workforce. I think for me the degree aligns with the ice cream while the knife could sync with the prospect of prolonged unemployment. Nonetheless, in many ways my experience isn't corresponding to Colbert's. When Paramount, CBS's parent organization, announced the past due Dose cancellation, it attributed the decision to financial reasons. It's been said that the system had been losing millions of dollars over the past several years. Still, some believe the move was politically motivated, as Stephen Colbert criticized his employers for settling a $16 million lawsuit with U.S. President Donald Trump. Colbert, however, isn't putting much stock in these assumptions, as he confirmed during his interview with GQ. It's still relatively weird to think that this time next year, TLS will have been over for several months. For now, though, I appreciate that Stephen Colbert isn't paying too much attention to the noise and is focused on gearing the ship thus far. I'm just hopeful that when he reaches his figurative destination, he gets an ice cream cone in preference to that knife.